People are really mad at Caitlin Clark right now because she went on stage with Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen's a country artist who used the N word on video a couple years ago. What's the N word? The N word is a word that we should never use. It causes a lot of harm and a lot of pain. N word is so powerful because for centuries, white Americans have done the worst things humanly possible, the worst things you could ever imagine, and then multiply them by 1,000. White Americans did those to black Americans. And the N word is a word we use that's associated with all of that pain and weaponize that word as a part of the degradation and damage we've done. You might hear that word used in black culture, but that's them taking the power back from the word. As a white person, the only way it's possible for you to use that word is for the express purpose of causing as much pain and anguish as possible to a group of people, which we never want to do. There's no other reason for a white person to use that word. When an artist or someone famous uses a word like that, it's an indicator to racist fans out there. Unfortunately, there are still plenty of racist white people in the US, and being someone that they can feel comfortable with is sometimes marketable and profitable, and that's really messed up. Caitlin Clark has never been overtly racist, but she's also been pretty silent in some pretty loud ways. She has this fan base who is overtly racist that projects their racism onto them. There's a group of people that love to hate black women. She doesn't do a great job of challenging her fans' racism. It happens rampantly online on the Indiana Fever social media. Caitlin Clark doesn't call it out, and she doesn't overtly stand against it. And when your fans are being racist, when your fans are doing terrible things, and her staying silent is her active complacency with her fans being racist, because not pissing them off is profitable for her. I'm not calling Caitlin Clark racist. I'm saying her and her media coaches are actively not challenging the racism of their fans because it's more profitable for her not to piss them off, and that's messed up. People are like, oh, you're overthinking it. But then she goes and makes an appearance with an overt racist artist, and it becomes really hard to defend the fact that she's not in bed with racist fans as something that's a part of her profitability. When you're that big a star, when you're worth that much money, someone on your team is getting paid to make that calculation. She has a huge platform, and she could stand up against this racism. She could stand up against this evil. All Caitlin Clark would have to do would be to stand against racism, and instead of doing that, she makes an appearance with a known racist. That's why people are mad at Caitlin Clark.